So the vineyards are filling out now. It's coming up to the middle of July, or end of July, and the fields are full. So it's been a couple of weeks since I've actually made a video, so let's have a little catch up. Started my new boot camp this week just gone. That's all good. You see my hood's all off. And there goes the train. Obviously the trains here are really short, so it's quite nice as they just go by. They're quite quiet even though they're diesel. And what can I say? Well, this bunch, although I've only been with them for 5 days, I can already tell that they're a better bunch than the last lot. My God, there was no hope for humanity in that last group. I have no idea what happened there. Okay, let's vent a little bit. I had a bunch of students that were really awkward, really difficult. Some of them very unprofessional. Some with disabilities. That's okay, I don't have a problem with that. I would like to be communicated that I'm working with someone, you know, who's with some element of disability. One moment, I have to pick up a package. Oh yeah, it's picking up some a package from the dogs. So yeah, I should have said it's Saturday the 26th of July. So yeah, it's coming up to the end of July. Out with the dogs, doing their sniffery things that they do. Yeah, so working with awkward students, unemployable students, which is annoying because they come from the job centre. They're sent to me because they need to be trained up to be able to be job ready for something. And they're not. They're deluded. Students that come to you saying, I've got 10 years worth of experience. And they call themselves senior, whatever, graphic designer, senior, whatever. I wouldn't even hire them as an intern. They're fucking useless, excuse my language. They are absolutely inept and incapable of listening because they've got 10 years worth of experience, that they should know everything. You know, a little bit of humility would be okay if they would to say, oh, you know what, I'm here, I'm unemployed, I want to get a job, therefore I'm willing to listen, because something clearly is not working for me right now and I'd like to change that. I'd like to get a job, I'd like to be employed, I'd like to be worth something, I'd like to learn some new skills. But these guys don't seem to do that, and they just were lazy and inept is the sad truth. So anyhow, so this group, a different bunch, completely different bunch. I'm happy to see that. I'm really happy to take people who want to learn. That's exactly what I'm here to do, you know, teach. Anyway, so that's that. Much happy about that. So today being Saturday the 26th, I'm going out rock climbing with my friend Florian. Yesterday I had a wedding to photograph, so actually I signed up to do a wedding session. I'm so disimpassioned by my job now. I'm taking jobs during my work day and just getting someone to cover for me because I hate what I'm doing. Not because I hate my job, I hate dealing with this inconsistent teaching method of bringing any kind of student on. Okay, back to the ranting. Sorry, I just had to go past some people and I always think it's so weird, someone holding their phone talking to it from a distance like this. Hey, so what was I trying to say? Yeah, just, you know, what the bugbear that I have, the company I work for has all these different channels of communication to make sure that everything's been conformed and done correctly, and that if students are going to fail, I should communicate it up front. So I had to change direction. I kind of keep meeting more people and it's a little bit difficult to keep the narrative going. So I'm walking down between the vines So we have all these channels of communication about matching the student expectation of whether or not they're going to graduate, and all the information that to ensure that they've got the best learning experience, and all of that I'm meticulous with. I'm so careful to make sure that I don't misstep and say the wrong thing, don't overpromise, don't deliver the wrong thing. And I always make sure I own it when I get it wrong. I do get it wrong. I'm inevitably human and I'm going to get things wrong. And so I communicated fervently that of the last group of students, I think 4 were going to fail. And my last recommendation before handing it over to another teacher, because some students get carried on for another few weeks, was that they were to fail. Okay, that was my guidance. Almost impossible to change that messaging. That messaging in the next 2 weeks of teaching would mean a miracle would have to happen for them to pass. So you can see the vines behind me. It's pretty good. We're just up on a bank here. Anyway, long and the short story, I spoke to the other teacher who took on from me yesterday, and that other teacher's recommendation was exactly the same. Those students were extremely lazy, incapable of listening, unwilling to do any work, and from her perspective, couldn't see a reason for them to pass. So it goes to break both our hearts to find both us teaching people to communicate, to find out that those students were graduated by the administration team because optics are good, that we don't have a failure rate on our school, everyone passes. And I see it twofold. One, firstly, it devalues the efforts of those who did pass, because everyone gets to pass, and the other optic is on the student perspective, those students are still going to start applying for jobs because now they've got a certification that says that they're capable of doing something they can't do, and now they're going to spend 6 months or a year applying for jobs that they're completely inept at doing, and we're going to spend a lot of more taxpayer money unemployed looking for jobs when they're just not appropriate. So it gives me a knot in my stomach to know that there are so many bureaucratic things going on in the background that just undermine every effort I make to try and be and offer the best kind of service there is, when I've got stupid admin people who have really got no idea what's going on countering what I do. Anyway, so that's that. But this week's going to be great. I'm looking forward to this new group. I'm sure I'll have peeves later on in the week, but for now, all is good, and I'm looking forward to going climbing. Alright guys, catch you soon.